Welcome to the Toy and Action Figure Podcast on www.itfigures.com, a part of the Pop Culture Network. I'm Killen.
Scotty Cash.
I'm Wilson from Home Improvement.
And DiRT with no mask.
No mask.
But you ain't going to see nothing because he's sketchy.
I didn't know I was doing the show, so I was not prepared.
Pixel Dan no called no showed us. That's how he is.
Yeah, Pixel Dan and Stina are not in this episode, clearly. And
well, there's a click of half the people tuning out.
So we're just going
Stina,
to
right?
do our best
Yeah,
to...
oh, yeah.
We thought about not actually shooting this episode, but then we got together and said, yeah, we're going to do it anyways.
I don't get to come very often, and the wife and the friends are having girls' night, so I'm like, look, dude, we're doing this podcast.
Oh, wait, we could have gone to your house and got makeovers?
I said, look, we're doing this podcast. I don't care what anybody says. So I dragged Damien back in, Killen or whatever his name is, and now we're going to do this.
Really?
Huh.
So, yep, we're going to try our best to entertain you, and hopefully you enjoy.
We're already off to an awesome start.
So I guess we'll get started with the first news stories here.
What do you want to talk about?
Right there, what you got?
What are they?
Legos.
Go ahead.
Marvel. Avengers.
Well, we've seen some Avengers Legos before, but this new round has these crazy little aliens in them that are apparently somehow in the movie.
Now the movie's ruined. I don't need to watch it now because I know there's alien Legos in it.
And you know what? The thing is, now I'm looking at these pictures, they did not show the aliens at Toy Fair. They were not in the displays, although these sets were there. So they...
Like, did they have Captain America in the motorcycle?
And they had all the pieces there. They just didn't have the minifigures of the aliens.
There was just a question mark.
They weren't even on the box. Well, the box was concept box, and it didn't really show that. So
Because there's one on the Quinjet.
Yeah, so it's almost like they photoshopped them in because I don't even remember that on the box. So now we're getting these little, like, yellow...
Look like Bumblebee from Transformers.
Yeah, some kind of weird robot alien with purple hands that I guess now is going to be incorporated in all the Avenger Marvel sets.
Merchandise.
So,
merchandise.
You know, check the links in the description for the story link, and you can go there and look at these pictures and just, I don't know, really weird.
Well, you were planning on buying them anyway, right?
What about, where's Hawkeye? Do they not have a Hawkeye?
Well, he and Pierce got called in to do surgery, so they'll be out later.
That's bogus.
Like, I guess I'm okay with it because now that...
Oh, wait, was Hawkeye Pierce?
I don't know.
Now that I know there's more figures included in these sets, the price point seems a little more, like, realistic. Because when I saw the Captain America set with the motorcycle and it was $20 and they had the two little things, I was like, why? There's only one figure. So, them including these little weird aliens kind of helps seal the deal, makes it a little more...
palatable?
Yeah. So, I don't know, they look really dumb, but... You know, Lego minifigures are nice to have, and I can't really complain.
All right, then. 2012 WonderCon exclusive Star Wars Shock Troopers Art FX 2-pack. If you've ever seen the Art FX Plus figures, they're basically like snap-together model kits, but they look really, really sweet. And
picture?
This is, I don't know if there is a picture here. Is there? Oh, there's a picture.
Show.
Boom.
Huh.
And basically... this is the 2012 WonderCon exclusive.
Is there articulation, or are they just set up like that? No, they're just set up like that, because look at his foot.
Yeah.
So they just snap together. It's like, like you said, it's like a little model that is a troop builder. Is it size accurate, though? You can put it with your other
It is
sets?
1/10 scale, so he stands about 7 inches tall.
Oh, that's lame. That's too big. Those would be perfect for, like, troop builders.
It's well, it's a little bigger than your 6-inch scale figures.
Well, they don't have any 6-inch Star Wars figures, do they?
I'm just saying in general with 6-inch figures.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, it's a 2-pack, and only available at WonderCon. So, who's going to WonderCon? No, you? No,
I'm not going.
No, okay.
I think Danny and Christina are going. Or
oh, are they?
Pixel Dan and Christina.
Or maybe that's where they are now.
That could be.
They couldn't be here.
Christina's a huge WonderCon.
Yeah, March 16th
WonderCon
through
fan.
the 18th. They're on their way now. They're walking.
Christina's a huge WonderCon fan. Almost as big as BotCon or BotsCon or whatever it is.
Have you heard of Hot Toys?
Yeah.
Do you like Hot Toys?
A little expensive for my blood.
Well, Hot Toys announced that they got the Batman Arkham City license.
Get out of town.
That's right. So they'll be doing the 1/6 scale figures.
How big's that?
Big. Like 2 feet tall? Something like that?
No. That's probably their normal.
No, one foot tall. Right.
normal.
1 foot tall. Yeah. 12 inch. 12 inch. Whoa! Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
That's
that was
magic.
Crazy. Killen just disappeared.
Angel. Crazy Angel. What's his name? Angel the magician?
Chris Angel?
Chris Angel.
Crazy Angel? Chris Angel?
It's all the same.
Same difference. He's from Jersey.
So now it's just me and dirt.
One of us is going to disappear before the rest of the show is
Hope it's not me.
We'll see.
It's like a Royal Rumble.
Oh. So one of us is getting a shot at the title, huh?
What's the title?
Fat Man Championship?
That's
the NMW Fat Man Championship?
That's you. You already have that.
I was the inaugural holder. All right, so next up we got the Batman 1/6 scale Batmobile.
A lot of people are loving this.
This is from basically the first movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's got like the shield. Or wait, was that 2?
This is one. Is this going to be the same thing? Is this going to be like a snap-on piece?
Batmobile special feature, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the Batman 1 sign. That's the Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh yeah, it sure is. Sure is. So yeah, that's actually pretty nice. I always liked that Batmobile.
Yeah, me too. I love all the Batmobiles.
I didn't like the one in Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
It had like the white lights, like in the back. I don't know.
I don't know. I just love them all. I don't even not that big of a fan of Batman. I just love the Batmobile.
But the bonus, there's a little Batman sitting in it. Now I don't think he comes out or anything.
I'm a sucker for those.
But it totally looks like Michael Keaton.
You're right.
I mean, as well as that sculpted, that could be like the special effects thing they used. You know, like when they do those shots where it's like gotta blow up or something, so they have the little miniature version of them. I mean, that totally could be used for something like that.
Maybe it was. Show accurate.
Very well could have been.
Movie accurate.
Alright. Next up, Thundercats. There were no new toys at Toy Fair. There have been no new episodes since November. But Warner Brothers said that the series will be returning to Cartoon Network. And if it returns, it probably will have more toys. But as of yet, we have not seen anything, and we don't know exactly when it's coming.
Are they doing... I mean, did you watch the cartoon?
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was
I loved the cartoon. It was good. I wonder if they're trying to figure out numbers to see if they took a hit on those 8-inch Thundercats, because, you know, they redid for the 6-inch figures.
Right, the classics.
Yeah, the classics. And they brought some more of the modern day classics out, or whatever you want to call them, the 6-inch size. But I mean, they seem to be selling pretty good. Well, I don't see a lot of them on the shelf anymore.
Like, I kind of wondered if it was a spoiler situation, like if they're new characters being introduced and they're in the toys, so they can't show off any of the toys, or somebody gets a scar, or somebody loses an arm, or something like that, so they don't want to show off the toys. But since the return date for the show hadn't been announced, they're like, well, you know, we can't show you anything and we can't say anything yet because there's no announcement for the return of the show.
I can't wait.
So now the show's been announced, maybe they'll start leaking out some toy news. But
I'm ready for Thundercats, Young Justice, Batman Brave and the Bold. I need all 3 of those.
You know, actually, I
Don't tell me no bad news.
No.
Okay.
I bought Voltron Force in full 1080 on Vudu. You can watch on PlayStation 3. And actually, I started watching that in depth. And once you get past the first couple episodes, it actually gets a whole lot better.
That's the new one.
The new Voltron Force.
I didn't mind that at all. It just started like switching times, and I had to go to a certain channel to catch it. It was actually on demand was the only way I could see it.
I see. So yeah, the first couple episodes I thought were kind of hard to get through, but then once you get past them, it's great. I've really enjoyed that.
Are they still doing that? Is that still going?
Yeah. New episodes start the 29th. So tonight.
Yeah.
So tonight, new episodes of Voltron Force. So make sure you check that out.
Local listings. Actually, not at all.
No, check your national cable listings. All right. Transformers Collectors Club, run by Fun Publications, was breached. They had a security breach. Someone broke into their servers. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out... They're not sure yet if credit card information was actually stolen or not, but they're saying that if you ever bought anything from them and you used your card, it's probably a good idea to replace it. Get a new card. They've shut down their online store, which kind of sucks because they do have a subscription service. They do a like exclusive figure online and stuff like that. The only way to get it is to sign up online. Well, since their store is shut down, they made a PDF of the sign-up form. You can print it out, fill it out by hand, mail it in, and as long as they receive it by March 16th, you're in. It cannot be postmarked by March 16th. They have to have it in hand by March 16th, and they'll go ahead and
I thought I had heard that they were asking everybody to switch their card, get a new card, and then give them back their information. And everybody was going, there's no way. There's no way I'm doing that. So that's why they did the handwritten thing. Mm. That's what I have been told.
Well, as of now, the store is still closed. Right. So the online store you cannot go in and sign up for it. You can't update your information or anything like that. So.
Dude, that is, wow. That's some Digital River stuff, dude.
But you have to be a member in active status to get the figure of Run Amok. And they've got a picture of the Decepticon there, and he actually looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Nice looking figure. So, have you ever joined the Collectors Club or anything? Because I kind of like some of those figures, but I'd like to just buy the figures.
Is that the only way you can do it? Can you just buy the figure? Is it like Maddie?
Yeah, I mean, well, no. I mean, you could buy it if you go on eBay.
For double the price.
Right. So, there you go.
I'm not a Transformer guy.
I'm not deep into it like a lot of people. There are some that I like. Like if I like, it's the same way with Marvel Legends or DC Universe Classics. If I like the particular character, the particular look of it, I'll go ahead and buy it. But I don't go out of my way to try to get every single figure. You know, I mean, there's just no way.
I like Soundwave and Grimlock, and most of the time I only want them in D-Bot or whatever what do you call it, cassette player and dinosaur mode for Grimlock.
Yeah.
I don't want Soundwave in a truck.
Right. Soundwave as a cassette player, I would still buy. Yeah, I would definitely. Mm-hmm. They have some bootlegs of them on eBay you can get from like Taiwan that look almost exactly like it.
And they're probably still.
Yeah, and they're still like $30, $40, and you can tell that they're the total hollow plastic cheap ones like you buy at Tuesday morning.
Are they Generation 1.2?
1.5A. All right. So anyway. All right, that's the rundown of the news. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to answer some of your fan corner questions as well as we possibly can. So stay tuned.
Yeah, boy.
Hey guys, it's Killen. I'm here to discuss a new show coming every Monday on the Pop Culture Network. It is the Video Game Loser Show. Every week we'll discuss the news relating to video games. We're going to talk about some releases and have a short discussion on whatever random topic we think is relevant that week. It's going to star myself and, of course, I'm not, DiRT. So be sure to check us out on VGLosers.com, part of the Pop Culture Network.
Yay! Do a real, not a Killen intro, but a real intro.
Welcome back to it toys.
No, stop, Killen. I mean,
posted, casted, figures at www. Anyway,
buy toys at shoppcn.com.
Yeah, and listen to our commercials. Yeah, listen. Before we get started with the fan corner commercials, we didn't talk about Mattel today, so I just wanted to say something real quick.
Is this something heartfelt, really weighing you down?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
I'm on your side. Well, I don't know if Pixel Dan or Killen has mentioned it, but I canceled they canceled my subscription for me. And then when I called in to renew it, they wanted me to pretty much pay for the Star Sisters again, pay for all of February and March figures in advance. Because it was like, I got an email, it was like, we want you. So I was like, no, you're crazy, you're out of your mind. So I got on the phone with them the other day, and they pretty much told me that they're keeping my $20 for Shadow Weaver, and I'm not getting Shadow Weaver. So if you got canceled, you're out $20 unless you renew your subscription and pay for something you already paid for once. So anyway,
What are they going to send you a second set of Star Sisters, or you just have to pay for them again?
No, you'll get another set, but I sold mine to intern Rick because I didn't want them to begin with. I don't want another $70 set of Star Sisters.
Can't you sell them for $70? I mean, aren't there people buying them on eBay?
Oh, I don't know. I was so mad at the time. I just told them that I would rather be talking to monkeys.
Why was it canceled in the first place?
Well, because my card didn't have the funds in it, which is completely crazy. I lost my card.
Okay.
I switched my card number. I gave them my new card number. They charged my old card because I signed up with my old card. I called my bank. That's the way they do it. So what they did there was perfectly fine. Even though they have my new card information, they try to take money out for the Star Sisters. They took $40, or they took $29 from my old card. Then they took the other $40 from my new card, and then told me that I didn't have the funds. So I still paid the $69 for the Star Sisters, and then they canceled it. Well, I called and the guy told me, "Don't worry about it. It's not canceled." It was Ahmed, but he told me his name was like Steve or something, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Hello, my name is Bruce.
Yes, I was like, okay, thank you, Peggy. But after a while, he told me just to ignore it. I got an email again. I called back in. They told me just ignore it. Well, I get that email that said, you're done. You're canceled. So that's when I called in and done that. Well, anyway, I've been waiting for the Sorceress for the longest time to come out. It finally come out. So I went ahead and ordered it on the 15th or whatever. They shipped it on the 18th, but I wanted to show you where it's all gone so far. California, Nevada, back to California, back to Nevada, back to Sacramento, California, then to Nevada, then to Utah, then to Wyoming, then to Colorado. I live in Illinois. I don't know why it's doing this like it's pinball, but on the 24th at 8:01 p.m., it's still sitting in Colorado, Henderson, Colorado.
And has it moved?
No. I still live in Illinois. I don't know what they're doing.
For the last 4 days, it's been sitting in Colorado, not moving.
Yep. They're probably trying to figure out how they can send it back to California and Nevada one more time. Well, I don't know why it needs to go to California 3 times and Nevada 3 times before. I mean, I just have no idea. It's like they're just walking it. Or maybe it's a carrier pigeon, and they're just they don't know where I live. But that's absurd. But
maybe it's just Sorceress is trying to get back to her home, and she keeps teleporting. And they keep going, "Why is this here? We sent you already." And then they mail her back out, and then she teleports back.
Well, there's a lot of people that have their Sorceress. I don't know why they get theirs and I don't get mine. Well, I called the post office, and they obviously had no idea of this tracking number. And I was like, "It's USPS. It's you guys." And they're like, "Well, maybe we don't have it in our possession yet." I was like, "Well, somebody's moving it." And I asked them. They didn't know for sure, but I said, "How much would something like this cost to be shipped?" And they told me next to nothing, because as slow as they send it, they can't be charged much, and since they ship so much, they probably get a discount. So it's like, how we always talk about how they're screwing everyone on shipping?
Because they're charging, what, $10 to ship?
They're screwing everyone on shipping.
And they're probably paying $1.40 to ship it?
Yeah. Then 50 cents for the box.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. So my Sorceress has been all over the country. It's kind of like around the world in 80 days, so hopefully I'll eventually get it, and I can't wait to have it.
It's like planes, trains, and automobiles.
That's exactly it.
Wow.
Except for Sorceress is in it. But yeah, that's my fun Mattel story. They cancel me, and then I still buy something anyway, and then they screw me over.
But you're sure you're still canceled?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, they haven't took any money, and then when I called in, Bruce or whatever told me that I needed to buy all the stuff again in order to get back in the subscription. I was like, "No, you're out of your mind. I don't want the Star Sisters." And I already have Fisto and Sorceress, so...
Yeah, it's funny because they actually shipped me my Red Lion before they charged me for it. So once it went out in shipping, I could have canceled my card, and I still would have gotten the Red Lion.
Well, then you would be
silly. I wouldn't have gotten any of the other ones, but I still could have done that and get a free Red Lion.
When you get your 5th line and that happens again, cancel.
Oh yeah, done. It's over.
Unless you don't have Sven yet, then they're gonna be. You don't want to do that.
No, I think Sven comes out like towards the end of the summer, like before the final one comes out. But
all I know is we don't get the black line until like October or something.
Yeah, but that's gonna be an $80 month.
That's crazy.
Because it's $50 just for the line.
65. Oh, for the line and the figure.
Line and figure and shipping and tax and all
that's
that.
a lot of cash.
Yeah.
That's a giant Voltron. Do you like Voltron? I thought I heard something about maybe you like it a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's got Tron in the name, so I like it.
Ah, now the truth comes out. All right, what kind of questions we got?
All right, Fan Corner. This question is from Clone Yoshi. He says, "Hey guys, my question is: when Lego no longer has the rights to Star Wars and Marvel, and Hasbro still have the action figure rights, do you think Hasbro would try to do Creo stuff for the lines, or have a totally rad weak dudes and dudette?" Okay, that was one long sentence. When Lego no longer has the rights to Star
period,
Wars,
have a total rad weak dudes and dudette.
So anyway, when Lego no longer has the rights to Star Wars and Marvel, and Hasbro still has the action figure rights, will Hasbro do Creo stuff?
I mean, in my opinion, if Hasbro's going to make money off of Lego doing it, they probably would want Lego to continue to do it because they're making a killing on that stuff.
Well, no, he's saying Lego, they can't do Creo because Lego has the rights. So if Lego ever dropped the rights, would they pick up the rights to do it as Creo?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. They'd be silly to do that. Just keep letting Lego do it.
No. If Lego didn't have the rights anymore, if Lego said we're not doing it anymore.
Oh, so they don't want to do it anymore?
Right.
Well, then they'd be silly not to try to do it. Star Wars, even though you have the same figure 460 times, they still sell. So it's like,
I don't know. I'm not big on Creo.
they're not bad.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not Lego, but they're not bad.
They're okay. My problem with Creo is, like, I like the idea, like Transformers Creos, like you build it, right? You take it and you build the robot. But then I want to build a Transformer. So I want to build a robot, then take the robot and twist, turn, fold, tuck, and make the car. I don't want to pull the pieces apart and rebuild it as a car. And pull the pieces apart and rebuild it as a robot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I want to build a Transformer. That to me would be fun. I don't like the idea of having... Because I could just do that with my own Legos.
Right.
Yeah. I could just take Legos and build a robot.
But they don't have... They're not yellow. They're not Bumblebee yellow, though.
Yeah, well, I can spray paint Bumblebee yellow.
You can't. That's against the law. You can't do that.
That's against the law?
Yeah, that's trademarked, sucker.
Bumblebee yellow is trademarked?
Yeah. Duh. Google it. No. Next question.
This is from Dino. Hey guys, am I the only one who would love to see a more adult collector's line of 2000 AD figures, Judge Dredd, Rogue Trooper, Strontium Dog, or the ABC Warriors? I don't know how big the comic is over stateside, but I would like for a Dark Judges box set. Well, everybody knows Judge Dredd. I mean, they saw the movie, right?
I have
With
not
Sylvester
seen
Stallone. You've never seen that? It's got Rob Schneider.
I am the law.
It had Rob Schneider. How can you not watch that
I've
movie?
seen it, bits and pieces of it on TV probably, and I'm a Sylvester fan, so I don't know why I haven't seen it.
It's worth watching at least once.
To be honest, I would probably buy an awesome Judge Dredd figure. I really would, just because I'm a mark for Stallone. If it had the likeness of Stallone, I'd probably cave. But if it was looked like that, I don't want that. He's too skinny, dude.
Well, no, that's Judge Death.
Where's Judge Dredd?
Well, he doesn't actually have a picture of him there.
Oh, I see now.
But see, he wants a Dark Judges box set. These are the Dark Judges.
Ah,
Fire, Fear, Death, and I forget who the last guy is.
Isn't Judge Dredd like Marvel or something? Didn't they do a Judge Dredd figure or something like that?
There was an independent toy.
I swear that was in Marvel Legends.
No, the people who were doing Marvel Legends, when they lost the license for the Marvel figures, then they did the independent comic heroes. So you got Conan, Judge Dredd.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah. Hack Slash, I think.
And the Mask from the Jim Carrey movie.
Someone else, so maybe.
No.
I don't know.
I made that up.
But anyway, and there were toys based off the movie.
Yeah, but they're terrible. Who did them? Kenner?
They were Rob Schneider. Rob
Schneider
did it himself. Rob Schneider was sitting on the set. He's like
hand-painted them. He hand-painted all of them.
Whittling wood and clay down, making figures. Dude, I would buy a custom-made Rob Schneider.
Does this look like me?
If Rob Schneider made a figure, I would buy it. I would. $65, Rob Schneider. Send me a figure.
It would be you and his mom and maybe one of his friends would be the only people to buy it.
Dude, that's cold.
Yeah, that's the cold hard facts. That's what that was. Rob Schneider. What would his action? He has to have some kind of action features for $65.
Well, you press a button and a raisin drops out of his butt.
All right.
All right, big turd.
All right.
Action feature.
Okay.
All right. Nasty Will says, "Hey peeps, I just got a big lot of He-Man figures for $47. The ones I wanted out of the set are great, but the extras have bad legs. How do you fix the bands in the legs? Well, here, I'm going to tell you, Nasty Will. You want to fix the bands in the legs, you go to he-man.us. And you can go to the Figure Fix-It section, go to the Broken Legs, and there's actually a walkthrough that shows you how to take it apart, how to put new screws in it, how to retie it together, how to have yourself
pretty much what you're doing is using an eye hook, if you know what that is, and
you're either tying it together or putting a new O-ring in it.
Yeah. So just go look. There's two different. It looks like there's two different ways to do it.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, and if worst case scenario you're just gonna display them, super glue them bad dudes on there. Who cares?
Yeah, especially if you bought them in a big lot and you've got extras.
If they're extras, they're all bogus. Just super glue the crap out of the legs. Boops, put them how you want. Or stand.
Or better yet, go on eBay. You can get a Castle Grayskull with no innards. That's just like the outer shell for like $10, $20. Order one of those and then super glue the figures to the outside. So have them climbing up the walls and standing.
What if he wants to put it on a shelf?
What do you mean, put it on the shelf?
What if he wants to stand them on their shelf?
Well, no, but I'm saying if you've got extras, if you've got 2 or 3 of them, then you glue them climbing up.
Did you ever make that computer with that extra shell?
No, but I have the shell sitting on my shelf. I was actually looking at bare-bones kits this week, actually, thinking about it. I gotta figure out a good way to mount the motherboard.
Old Dirt wants to make a tower out of the Castle Grayskull for a computer.
And I'm drawing up plans.
I want that.
But you cannot have it.
For free.
Oh!
Go.
Does not compute. Alright, Sand Dancer USA. I like the idea of 2080 figures as well, especially Strontum Dog and Slain. Now my question concerning the WoW Mega Blocks. I'm stoked we are getting them, however I know you can't show pictures because you don't have any, but could you at least remember who was there and what size they were? No, because neither one of us was at Toy Fair. Ask that question again next week. Because Killen and Pixel Dan will be here.
Just repost it.
Just go to the new thread as soon as they open it. Sweenholic will make a new thread and just post there. Ryan Porter asks, Dear Killen, why are you so sexy?
That's how he talks too. That's exactly how he sounds.
That's how Ryan Porter talks.
Why are you so sassy? Just like that.
It started as a Jar Jar impersonation, and then it just kind of went off onto its own thing.
Where am I at in there?
In that picture?
Yeah.
That he drew.
Do I have the head on?
Is that you? That's you.
I'm skinny?
The hoodie sweatshirt.
That's why Porter's my guy, dude, because he makes me skinny.
That's why, huh?
Yeah, well, you're medium size, so yeah, I definitely got to be skinny. Oh, see what I did there? Oh, it was a put down, but it wasn't very nice.
You called me medium size. That's a step up. You complimented me.
Sorry.
See?
Holy cow.
CBX 452. Greetings, good citizens. First of all, I did in fact miss you guys last week. I understood Toy Fair took a lot of your time, so I knew why you weren't around. Nonetheless, I'm happy you were back for the post-Toy Fair show, but on to my question. My wife likes to remind me you're running out of room when I'm wandering the toy aisles. Sadly, I have to admit she's usually right. I frequently have to change out what I display because I hate keeping anything permanently in a box. So rather than just look at the same figures every day, I change things out frequently. To my mind, my action figures and vehicles I've bought over the years now constitute a collection, more than just toys or collectibles. As a result, I look for individual pieces to add rather than just blindly buy everything from a specific line. In recent years, I've added a diverse series of pieces, such as the Palisade Super Grover figure, the Kotobukiya Concept Luke Star Killer vs. Darth Vader statue, the NECA Balrog, the new G.I. Joe Sky Striker. How do you view your assembled action figures? Are they just toys and collectibles to you, or are they more of a collection that you add to with very specific targeted purchases?
At this day and age, what you're doing is probably what 70% of collectors do. They just buy what they want anymore, because to buy an entire line, you have to give a lot of money and a lot of time because you got to search for the stuff, or extra money because you just go on eBay and buy the entire lot. So it's like, unless it's something that you actually really truly love and care about, like He-Man or something for me, or Pixel Dan, then you get all of them. But for most of the time, I just, even DC, and I love DC, I just buy the figures that I really want.
It depends on the line for me. I mean, if it's a limited, concise set line of figures, like Thundercats, like the 4-inch Thundercats figures. I bought the entire line of 4-inch Thundercats figures because I knew how many there were, I knew where I had to go to get them, and I could go out and buy them. With the Marvel Universe 3 3/4-inch figures, I started collecting those, and I bought every single figure I could for about, I don't know, a year and a half.
You had a lot of them.
And I went into debt trying to keep up buying them. I ended up, having to sell off the collection because it got to the point where, I was just buying everything, and more kept coming out. It was like a flood. And eventually I just said, this is stupid. I've got to stop. It was an obsession, a compulsion.
It sucks because you're already invested so much that you're like, I'm in too deep.
Yeah, and so it just got to the point I had to stop.
He even sold his arm. He eventually got it back for double the price, but
the leg is still gone though.
The leg is in the mask apparently. You had to sell your.
I gotta get my mask back from the pawn shop. But yeah, I mean there are certain things that I do buy that are just random. R2D2s and R5D4s. I buy those all the time. The droids. Random ass Skeletors. Disco Skeletor.
Not random. You buy every Skeletor.
Fire armor. No, because I don't buy like regular Skeletor unless I buy a regular one to have it painted disco.
Yeah, that's true.
But fire armor Skeletor and
snake armor.
And yeah, just all those like random bizarre ones. I love getting those.
Definitely a collection though, not just pieces.
Right. All right. Albatraze says, "Hey guys, what 4 characters from pop culture history would you choose to fight Lucifer himself?" Chuck Norris, and that's it. Right?
What do you mean?
What 4 characters from pop culture history would you choose to fight Lucifer?
We've kind of had this question before. I would do Superman, Hulk Hogan, He-Man, probably Lion-O, and then maybe I can have like Tommy the Green Ranger like back up in case one of them gets hurt.
I think we'd have to make it clear though that we're talking 1984 Hogan.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not 2012 Hogan.
Yeah, because 2012 Hogan can't barely pick up his own weight, let alone
2012 Hogan. When he walks, he looks like RoboCop.
Yes.
And that's not good.
I don't like how you talk about my guy like that.
Okay, wait. Here's my 4. Let's see. Chuck Norris, right? Abraham Lincoln.
Oh my!
Right?
The vampire Abraham Slayer, the Abraham Lincoln, or regular?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's Abraham Lincoln.
Okay,
It doesn't matter because any of them are going to work.
Elvis.
No. Elvis. Are you kidding me? Jesus and John Lennon.
John Lennon.
And the reason why I choose John Lennon is because they're going to throw him in first and watch him die, and then they all have a hearty laugh before they get down to work.
That is a plan.
I love it when a plan comes together.
I don't want any of my guys to die, though. That's like my super team.
All right, Orko. I have 2 questions, one of which I'd prefer to be privately answered. Not please answer the second one anyway. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so question 1 we cannot answer on the air.
Well, why would he put it on the form then? Well, ask the question. Ask the question. Understanding this.
Okay, first question. Understanding the touchy subject with Duvall and later with Flava Dave. I know this has been brought up in the past, and my intention is not to anger you. My question is, are you still talking to each other? Would you ever come on his show? I'd like to know if things are getting better.
Can we answer that?
They talk.
Yes.
They talk. They're not killing each other. I mean, there was a time that if Duvall walked through this front door, he'd get punched in the face 4 times.
Not by me.
But it's gotten to the point now where we coexist. I wouldn't necessarily say that we don't really interact.
He wants to know, is it getting better? Yes.
Yes, it's getting better, but it's not...
It's not fixed.
It's not fixed.
It's getting that way. It's close.
Now, I don't know about Flava Dave.
Me and Flavor Dave have yet to talk.
You're the reason he quit.
Okay, fine. I'm too old to be holding grudges, so if I see Dave at a toy show, I might walk up and shake his hand. Who knows? I'm too old to be holding grudges, though. I'm half dead. I'm 31. Hopefully I'm not half dead. But I could be.
You could be 3/4 way dead.
I might.
You could be 9/10 dead.
I don't want to be 9/10 dead for sure.
You could be.
Google that.
What'd you have for dinner tonight?
2 Chipotle grilled chicken wraps from McDonald's.
Yeah, you're at least 8/10 dead. Maybe 9/10. We're not sure. I'm like 99.5.
Oh yeah, with your southern chicken sandwich.
Yeah. All right, number 2. I know I've pestered you guys about my X-Men story, and I gotta ask because I'm impatient. What'd you guys think? After 5 years and 30 chapters, it's done. It's become my life's single greatest achievement. How sad. Well, if you get a chance, please take a look. Okay, well, I mean, we didn't read this ahead of time, so none of us have read it. I can tell you that. But
For sure?
you put a link on it, so we can check out the link.
Here, just email it to me.
Well, the link is right there.
I don't want to click on that.
Why?
Scotty Cash 2. No. Scotty Cash at popculturenetwork.com. Send me that. I want to read it.
I mean, honestly, I don't read, like, books or stories and stuff online. I still am a paper book reader. I have stacks of paperbacks. I probably have, like, 10 paperbacks and 8 hardcovers sitting in my house.
So you want them to write it out then, is what you're saying?
Well, no, I'm just saying that there's something about reading a book on a computer to me that just doesn't feel right. Like, I'm okay with comics, you know, digital comics from Comixology and stuff like that, but with books, I'm like a paper person.
And it's kind of harder. It's kind of hard to read something else that isn't like legit, because it's kind of like a custom. I don't really care about customs. I don't really like customs in my collection. But since it's John Prophet Orko...
You don't like customs?
No, not necessarily, because I feel like they're fake. That's how I kind of feel about the 30th anniversary of the He-Man figures. They're just not... They're not real. They're not... I don't want them in my collection.
Really?
I don't want... They're fake. Well, like, you know, you love Bellator, and I have a couple Hogans that are customs, so that's kind of different. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a line of... say you have a line of He-Man figures, and they didn't make a Fisto. I don't want somebody making me a custom Fisto because it's not real.
Well, okay, I can see that, but...
And that's what that story is. It's not real.
When I think of customs, I think more of, like, variations on the one that got released. You know, like, I prefer Man-at-Arms with a mustache. Mm-hmm. So if they come out with a Man-at-Arms with no mustache, and someone, like, sculpts a mustache on a Man-at-Arms head, then I'm down with that.
Okay, that's a little different. That's a little bit different.
But that's still a custom.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
With something like that, I would be okay. I still wouldn't want that, though, to be honest. If they released it without a mustache, that's how mine's going to be without a mustache.
That's not how he's supposed to be. That's not how he's supposed to be.
Well, you're supposed to be the mask. Where's your mask? Am I supposed to sculpt that on you?
If you had one, I'd wear it. That's what it came down to. All right, Green Steven. What's up, guys? I have a small collection of Masters of the Universe Classic and a huge collection of NECA figures. My son loves to play with my Masters Classic figures. He's 10 years old. He has his own collection of toys. My question is for Pixel Dan and his beautiful wife, will you let your kids play with your collection? They don't have kids.
I can tell you that. No way, Jose.
And I've got kids, and I let them play with toys.
Not Dan.
But no, Dan would probably not. No.
Dan might do. Dan's probably going to be like me in a sense where it gets to a certain point where they ask you so much that you're like, okay, you can have this one and this guy back here. There. You go play with those two. You don't touch these. And that's how...
Like, a lot of times, I will take the accessories off the figures, and, you know, my son will want to play with a Masters of the Universe or a DC Universe Classics or something that's sitting on the shelf. So I'll take off all the loose pieces and hand it to him, and he can run around with it for a half hour, and then he loses interest and sets it down, and I pick it back up, put the accessories and put it back.
Would you do that with a Tron figure that you like?
Yes, actually, I've done that.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
All right. Because I know you like DC Universe or whatever, or, you know, Masters, or, you know, but I just figured since it wasn't like your favorite, you don't care.
Well, yeah, but with the Tron stuff, I actually have like 2 or 3 of almost everything that's come out. So
see, you're the exception.
I always have a backup.
Yeah.
So.
He just takes it, you just open a new one and just set it back down.
Yeah, sometimes. Like, I need a vending machine with my Tron. Like, which one did you play with? Korra? Okay, E5. And then a new one drops down out of my collection, I put it on the shelf.
How awesome would that be?
That would be great.
If you had a Tron vending machine?
That would be fantastic.
How much would you charge? Because I might come over and buy one.
Well, no, here's the thing.
Like 45 cents?
It would run on a code. You'd have to know my code in order to get something out of it. I'd come in at like 2 in the morning and see you with your arms stuck up in the thing. Let go of it. What are you doing, Scotty? Nothing. Just say hi.
This machine took my chips. I don't have any chips in there.
All right. D-Scene. He asks, here's one that'll either be hard or fun. Can you name your favorite opening theme from each decade you've been through so far? 80s, G.I. Joe the movie theme. 90s, King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. 2000s, Megas XLR, because chicks dig giant robots.
No. He-Man definitely, obviously. I'm a crazy... G.I. Joe's awesome, though.
G.I. Joe the movie theme.
I love that.
I used to actually sit with a tape recorder. We had a tape recorder with a little microphone on a cord, and I used to set it right in front of the speaker for the TV. and then when my favorite shows came on, I'd hit record.
Oh, for sure.
So I had a cassette, and I had like Misfits of Science. I had Knight Rider. I had Manimal. I had 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I had G.I. Joe the movie. I had Transformers. I had Transformers the movie. I had, Voltron, obviously.
I used to do that for wrestlers' music.
Entrance music?
So I could use it for my guys.
So, I don't know. 80s? I don't know. Voltron is still stuck in my head. 90s?
Simpsons. Did the Simpsons come out in the 90s? 91?
Yeah, well...
Yeah, because I think I was 10.
Well, I was in high school.
Oh, no. Actually, no. It would have been in, like, 89 or 90, because if I was 10, I was still at my old house. I'll Google it. You continue.
You want me to Google your old house? Yeah. Scotty Cash's old house?
See what comes up.
Yeah. 90s? I don't know. 90s is tough.
The 80s is super tough, because you got,
Brave Star.
Turtles.
Yeah.
I loved the Turtles song. I used to crank that.
Gosh. I don't know. It's hard to say. And then 2000s. I don't know. 2000s is tough.
Yeah, I'd have to stop and sit down and think about it.
That's something that would take a whole lot of time, because there's been a lot of great shows. Like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Great opening.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 dates. And you're gonna tell me which date you think it is.
For The Simpsons?
Yes.
Wait, for their own series or showing up on Tracy Ullman?
For their own series.
Okay.
Okay. Did it first air on December 17th, 1988, December 17th, 1989, or December 17th, 1991?
89.
89 it is.
89.
Give this man something. You get this Jackass water bottle. Jackass? I mean Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass, Jackass. What difference? But, War Planets, I think, had a really cool intro.
War Planets? What is that?
You never saw War Planets?
No.
It was like a CGI cartoon in the, I want to say it was the 90s, late 90s. Came out at the same time as like Beast Machines and Voltron Third Dimension. And there was like a Planet of Ice, a Planet of Fire, a Planet of Stone.
No, I think you're thinking of Battle Beast, and they didn't have a cartoon.
No, that was War Planets.
Continue.
And they did. Jerk. Alright, the red shirt asks, Cowabunga dudes! Wow, has TMNT hit back hard, like nunchuck to the face hard? Looking at your awesome coverage of Toy Fair, I am excited at what's coming from Playmates, but I was wondering if you guys had any concerns about the upcoming lines. For me, I can already see the paint apps on the new Turtles figures look a little more basic than those in the promo shots, and that's a little disappointing. Also, Playmates aren't exactly known for highly articulated figures. I really want the classics, but I hope they don't turn out to be misassembled, wobbly jointed disasters.
Did you see Pixel Dan's video of the
turtle? The review of his one?
Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful. At first, when I first seen those, I was like, I'm going to pass on those. I'll probably get the classics. After seeing Danny's in hand, and Damien had Donatello for a while, looking at that, those things are absolutely amazing. I gotta have those. I want the new ones, and I want the classics. Rob, Damien, and somebody else said that the classics in person look like crap. So that's scary. And if you look at the classic pictures that what'd you do?
Whatever you just knocked over?
They had those 4 pictures. Those are definitely prototypes, because when you look at if you go to our website and look at the turtle stuff, you can see there's extra articulation in the stuff that's already in packaging. So go look at those. Oh, that don't matter.
Actually, my concern, like, I thought Playmates did a fine job with, like, Star Trek. Like, the figures look fine, the accessories look fine, the toys are okay. My problem is, I'm not sure that the Playmates distribution, like, case packs are going to be okay. Like, I'm a little worried that they're going to go, well, hey, everybody wants Raphael and Michelangelo, nobody wants Leonardo and Donatello, so you're going to have, 6 Raphaels, 6 Michelangelos, 4 Leonardos, 3 Donatellos, 1 Shredder, and 1 Foot Soldier.
Splinter.
You know, I mean, and then that's it, I'm always afraid of
Star
stuff like
Trek was?
Yeah, some of them were like that.
You can still get Star Trek figures, dude.
Yeah, you can go to like Big Lots and they still have them.
You had all those things too.
Oh yeah, I mean I like them. I like them a lot.
They look good. They're very very good towards like the movie.
Like the play sets were very nice. I just wish they would have finished making them. I'm not so much worried about them being misassembled or the joints being too loose. I don't think that's really a problem that we really have to worry about. They're not Jazzwares. I mean, this is Playmates.
And Bandai, a couple of my Thundercats classics, they were that way.
Were they?
Yeah, like my Tiger was like, he would like fall over because his left foot was just so loose. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely an issue with almost any toy line.
I guess I don't really get that problem a lot with 3 3/4 inch figures.
Yeah.
And that's mostly what I buy. It's the 6-inch figures that usually have that, and I don't buy a lot of 6-inch figures. So.
With the 3 3/4, I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but they're a little bit lower to the ground. They're not as heavy, so even if they do have a loose knee or
you can just balance them.
Yeah, you can just balance them and you're fine. You know, if you get like my Thundercat Classic, it's heavy, it's top heavy, it's taller, it's not so low to the ground, and it would fall over.
Manny Faces 1977 says, "Hey guys, I couldn't think of anything this week."
What's the question?
He doesn't have one. He couldn't think of one.
Think of a question for him though. Here's our question for you.
Let's see. Man Eat Faces.
Here's our question for you.
Were you born in 1977? Or is that how many girlfriends you have online?
That's a lot of girlfriends. Which Manny Faces face do you like the best? What you got, the monster, the robot, and then like his normal regular face. Which one?
Monster.
No, that wasn't for you. That was for him.
Oh, sorry. Man, this is tough. This is why I don't do this show. Omega Supreme says, Killen, would you offer store credit for trades? I have a couple unopened Lego Star Wars sets from a few years back that I'd like to trade or sell. Thanks. We have a trade section on the board. Probably be best to go post that there.
Well, I think he wants store credit from here, though.
Or send him an email. Well, yeah, but I mean, we have a trade section.
You want, okay, well, whatever you say.
Section of the message board is set up for doing trades and stuff. Send him an email, Killen at PopCultureNetwork.
I've done a few trades on there. We got good peeps on.
Yeah, actually, there are some really great people on there. All right, Free Fall. Dan, since you've now had the chance to smell Stinkor in person, just how bad is he? I was actually getting excited for the Classics version because the Horseman made him look so good. For whatever reason, he's a character I just never had interest in as a child. However, as an adult, the idea of having a toy that actively stinks is a little more than off-putting, especially as my apartment is not very large. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on the matter.
Mossman smells.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. It's one of those things. Would you ever have the classic one?
Oh yeah.
That had the smell to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really strong for about an hour, and then after that, it's like you have to stick it up your nose.
It'll go away, but you have to actually put it up and smell it. But you can still smell it. My Mossman still smells. I mean, you have to grab it and put it. You know, the classic one, the new one. My Mossman still smells.
Yeah. So I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think that's anything you really have to worry about, and it really doesn't stink. Like it has an odor. But it's not like you smell Stinkor and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna vomit.
I'm gonna throw up.
It's just like, yeah, there's just a scent to him, but you'll be all right.
It's neat.
On a related note, do you know if there's going to be a way to remove the smell from him, or if he runs out eventually? I'm guessing no, but I thought I'd check. It will run out eventually. It's basically, I believe it's a perfume that they more or less pour into the mold as they're making him, so it just kind of comes out of his pores for a while, and then after a while it'll just get
You just killed a lot of people's hopes and dreams that love Stinkor. You just said that he has perfume on him.
He has
cologne,
a funk.
Cologne. Man cologne.
Musk.
CK1.
A musk. P.S. I'm new to the forums, but I've been enjoying that new toy smell and Dan's Masters of the Universe Classics reviews for a few months now. Love all the work you guys do at PCN.
Alright.
Doesn't say he's a Power Rangers fan.
Well, he just said he likes all the work we do at PCN.
Yeah, that's, you know,
except for me and my Power Ranger crap.
Exactly. And finally, Dusty86. Hey guys, I'm not sure how to word this, but I've been playing Fallout New Vegas recently. I thought how awesome it would be to have action figures based off some of the creatures and factions. Anyways, I was wondering if you guys ever played these games and thought the same. Who would you like to make them? I think NECA should.
I don't even know what that is.
I own Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and I haven't played a minute of it.
I know.
I've got so many video games. I'm still playing Homefront.
Do you want figures?
Now, I mean, sure, make figures. If the figures look cool, I don't care what they're from. I buy them if they look cool. NECA usually does very good video game figures. I mean, NECA, they do all the player select line, of figures. So they do a good job. Sure, why not?
I just bought a NECA Michelangelo.
From that.
From the color version, not the black and white version. I want the black and white version, but it's just like the only way to get him is get the box set, and it's like I mean, it's not very expensive. It's only like $1 billion.
Have you played any of the Fallout games?
No, I know what they are now.
I mean, I played 1 and 2 back in the day, and then 3 and New Vegas both hit cheap at GameStop, so I bought them and put them on the pile.
You do have a lot of games.
And yeah, I've got way too many games. Plus, I keep buying 3DS games for my 3DS. I got Skylanders. That game's awesome.
Is it?
Yeah, it comes with little figures. I mean, it plays like classic Spyro.
Oh.
Like the old PS1 Spyro.
That game was hot towards Christmas, right?
Yeah. So, and you still can't find the individual figures. Like the way the game is, you buy the starter pack, comes with 3 figures.
Right.
Then they sell individual loose ones. I've been to Target. I've been to GameStop. I've been to GameStop because we got 3 in town. I've been to Walmart.
So if I see them, I need to let
Toys
you know.
R Us. Yeah, let me know. Okay. Because those are crack. Sweet, sweet crack.
You sniff those little figures?
Oh man, I'm freebase Skylanders figures like there's no tomorrow. Alright guys, that's going to do it. That's it for the fan corner. Thanks for your questions.
More questions next week.
Yeah, don't forget, if you want to send us a voicemail, you can do it by calling our voicemail line. It's area code 217-953-4025. You can also send us emails, scottycash@popculturenetwork.com, DiRT@popculturenetwork.com, Killen@popculturenetwork.com, Pixel Dan @popculturenetwork.com. Stina, she doesn't have an email address, don't talk to her.
If you do, Stina at popculturenetwork.com.
Sure, it'll go Killen, but go ahead, yeah.
Dear Stina.
You can also send one to Ryan Porter @popculturenetwork.com. Tell him that Killen is not sexy.
Yeah.
We'd probably appreciate that. Bye. Don't forget to come to the forums at popculturenetwork.com. You can check out past episodes of It Figures that do not include us because we're hardly ever on this show.
They don't like us.
At itfigures.com. And I guess that's it.
Let's make Damien reappear. Just kidding.
Oh.
But we don't like him either.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.